This is the Fifine Ampligame H6 gaming headset, and this is a full comprehensive review. Now what's really special about this is that since we are on a budget-friendly video series of finding gaming tech that is not only fitting the budget of the most average consumer, but not to spend an arm and a leg on a product that would be $400 to give you excellent quality, but spend money on a cheap thing that would also give you similar quality. So this is just that. Now, this will be a very biased video just because you guys know I spend a lot of money on audio quality and gaming tech in general. So, for instance, I have Sennheiser headphones, which are immaculate. Greatest audio brand on earth. And then I obviously have the Shure SM7B with the Rode Boom mic. It's not cheap. Like, altogether, those things are well over $550 to $600. So, this is literally the average consumer review for hopefully a great gaming headset. So, in this video, I'm also going to be using the audio section to kind of show you guys how great the audio is. So in a little bit, you'll be hearing all audio based off this guy here. Now, just a couple things before we actually get into this. This headset is adjustable, just like any other headset should be, right? So you can see that if you got a big head, it'll fit you pretty well. Now, if you have a small head like me, which we're gonna go to about probably right there, that's about normal. Now, what's also really cool is that, like any other Xbox headset or whichever, or more expensive ones like an Astro, this mic actually detaches. So if you don't want to have a mic on, you could just have a headset and listen to music, whichever. You're more than welcome to do that. It's all plugged in by a 3.5mm head jack and goes right to the side here. Super simple, just clicks in. Without further ado, I'm gonna put this on and then we're gonna plug it in. So, okay, this is gonna be biased. I have super sensitive ears. That's the biggest problem about this review, is because personally, since I don't play video games that often anymore, it's more like a 2.5 hour session if I play any. I normally edit and I normally watch YouTube videos, which we'll get to that actually in a second. But the head fluff or the head comfort, I would say it's a 7 out of 10. I definitely like the sturdiness of it, and I will say it's pretty nice. 7 out of 10. Now the ears, since I do have those sensitive ears, I'm gonna say it's probably a 3 out of 10. I don't like how soft the foam is. I think it should be a denser foam. And that's the whole reason why I got these Sennheiser. Sennheiser is a great brand. I'm not saying that you should go ahead and spend your money and get these instead of the headset I have on now, but this is a lot denser foam. Even though you can't really tell, it just is. You can probably tell it if you have this. It's more of like a memory foam on top, which I absolutely love. So on the top, love it that it's super soft, but on here I want it super hard, or at least harder. That way my ears kind of get a little bit more distance from like the actual shell of the speaker inside. So there's a reason why these things are made to be comfortable, right? Because a lot of people use them just for audio. Now, this thing is universal, which is huge, because universal things make life so much easier and make the world go round. It's connected and turned on by a USB. So without further ado, let's go ahead and plug this bad boy in. Okay. So I can definitely hear that it's on. So now you guys should be hearing the audio from this headset. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I want to mention something. With this gaming headset being only $40, this thing is going to give you the options of a budget with the mic and the headset and a little bit of extra details here, which we'll go over in just a second. But when you have headphones that are like this, right? Normal people are probably going to have an extra headset because, one, obviously you can tell that there's no headset or mic attached to this thing. So you'll probably have a Shure SM7B, for instance, or a Rode mic or a Blue Yeti, whichever. And that sucker, that whole setup is going to cost you probably about $500 or $600. This here is only $40 for the entire thing. Before we actually listen to a YouTube video, see how the sound is, but then also test out the mic, because, well, I mean, the mic you're actually listening to right now, so I guess we're testing it as we speak. Here we have the little computer controller for the headset. So this thing has the ability to do EQ, which is basically frequency and tones for specific things, which we'll kind of see how it plays out, but it has 3 different modes to it. Then we have a volume up and down button, and then we have a 7.1 surround sound button. So when you click this guy, it gives you surround sound of literally everything. So all the speakers are playing at once. So it gives you the best quality sound possible. So right now it's obviously on, and I'll turn it off. Now, this is the mic. When I go like down, and I'll turn it back on again. There's multiple ways to mute yourself with this thing, which is kind of cool. It's neat. I wish I had that ability to do it with this, but I either have to use a keyboard keybind to press that, or I can risk it and shut off my 48 volt from the Focusrite. So for $40 so far, overall review, I think it's pretty much a 7 out of 10. I just don't like the comfort of it and the head shake. $40. I'm gonna be careful with this one. For $40. I'm gonna say a 9. Now I'll tell you this, it's only been about 4 minutes of recording this, and my ears already are starting to hurt. So let's get into this where we actually listen to the sound. This audio is insane. These things come around. Unfortunately, I am not able to record the audio output of this headset. It is almost impossible to record and for you guys to hear in the video. So this is my full honest review on a voiceover about the audio output of this gaming headset. It's a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. For 40 bucks, it's amazing. Now, you guys remember those EQ modes, the 1, 2, and 3 different types of modes? Well, check this out. So mode number 1 is more like a regular sound. Then mode number 2 is almost like a stereo sound, and number 3 is a theater, so it gives more bass to it. Okay, I'll say this. If you're playing Warzone, 7.1 surround sound definitely is going to be your best friend. Without it, you're still going to hear stuff, just not as much, I would say. Now, in my overall review, because this has RGB, so it's a little cooler than my plain black headset, I will say this. In all honesty, for 40 bucks, I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. Now, granted, I have not heard what the audio sounds like for me speaking into the microphone, but I approve. This is insanely nice quality stuff. Like, I know it's Chinese brand, I know it's Chinese quality, but as a consumer and as a person who has the Shure SM7B, Sennheiser, and Rode everything, for a gaming headset that does $40, the audio output and the audio input, or the microphone, I'm going to rate it at a solid 9. I also want to say that I'm bringing up the price each and every time I talk about this is because I want you guys to understand that seriously, you can ball on a budget for gaming tech, and it will provide pretty good quality. Obviously, a lot of people love to hear this stuff, a lot of people love to hear that stuff, but when you're balling on a budget, you gotta compromise with yourself and the tech that's out there. For terms of what you can do with it here, what you can also do with it, like, to make the audio better, I guess, it's cool. I really wish more expensive ones did that, but again, when you have the more expensive ones, you're more likely to get an XLR, and then you can fine-tune all the audio settings to the decibel, which is, gonna cost you an arm and a leg, literally. So this thing's awesome. I really highly recommend it. I approve it. I'm not just saying that because they sent this to me. I'm very impressed with it, actually. I've never had a headset that has been less than, I'd say, $100. I used to have Turtle Beach headsets. I love those things, but again, the comfort level I couldn't do for more than 4 hours. That was way back then in the Xbox 360 days. Then I went to the Corsair, I think it was called the Corsair RGB Pro or whatever it was, and it was a wireless headset. It was super floppy. Hated that thing. Then I've had this thing for the last couple of years, and this has been my all-time favorite. I'm not obviously going to switch from this one to this one here because I have all this expensive equipment. It's kind of, a dumb idea for me to do. I will say this, for the average consumer, if you're looking to just get into making gaming videos, or if you're looking into maybe some voiceovers and you don't want all the clunky stuff, but you have a universal thing, which I love because this can hook into a MacBook or Windows device. Perfect. Fine. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all crushed it. I know I don't like the comfort, but the overall headset, amazing. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're almost to 6,000 subscribers. I have waited so long, and I really genuinely feel like 10,000 is actually achievable this year, even though we're already into July. But anything is possible. 1 month or even 1 week could change your life. As long as you keep pursuing as your full dedication, it's possible. But I want to say this. If you guys have found anything that is budget friendly for gaming tech and you want me to review it as an average consumer review from your favorite YouTuber here, let me know in the comments down below. I'll probably purchase it, and then we'll kind of see how it is.